Today we're talking about range bags, which is like your purse at the range. You pretty much need it and everything that's in it. Today we're talking about range bags and different types and what kind of things that I put in my range bag, and maybe some ideas that you could get out of this, or what you have in your range bag that I don't. Feel free to leave those in the comments. So first off, let's talk about bags themselves. And the basic bag is this type. It's made out of like a nylon or a Cordura. It has all sorts of different pockets. It has side pockets with some mag organization. It has a main pocket that you can put all sorts of stuff in. You know, there are all sorts of different bags out there. Now, the reason why I stopped using a bag like this is because basically I would go through one at least a year. Now, granted, there are different qualities and it's kind of a buy once, cry once, but even when I was buying the expensive range bags, they would still fall apart on me. Straps would break out or stitching would wear out or things like that because I use them a lot. So I actually switched to a hard case like this. So let's get rid of this here quick. And let's talk about why I switched to a hard case. Number one, I like the fact that it has wheels. So when I'm going to and from ranges or events, things like that, I don't have to carry everything. So I can even stack an ammo can on here or whatever. The other cool thing about having a hard case is it's lockable. So if I'm going to be traveling either by air or if I want to leave this in a hotel room or whatever, at least a little added security is I can add a padlock and a tether to make it a little bit harder for a thief. But what I really like about it is just the organization. I just have everything. I know how it is. I know how it, is set up and everything like that. So without further ado, let's open this up. Now this is a SKB, and I use the photo inserts. So it has the photo inserts here, and then I took off the lid and I basically lined it with Velcro. So I'll give you the quick tour and then we'll get into a little bit more detail. So on the lid, I did a quick tip about centrifuge tubes for organization as well as cleaning cloths. So I just have mag caddies up there with different things. I have different pouches up here with different stuff. I have a spray bottle of Slip 2000 cleaner that I just add a little Velcro to so it sticks on there. And then the bottom, I just have the padded photo dividers with different gear as well. So let's get into a little bit of detail and start with the lid. Up here I have a bunch of lube. I have EWL 30 weight, just because a lot of times when I'm at a class or a shooting event or anything like that, sometimes somebody else will need to borrow some lubrication or whatever. So I have no problem handing out a needle oiler so they can do their thing and I'm not out. Then I have an extra, because I'm kind of a believer of one is none, two is one. So, and sometimes three doesn't hurt either. I have my cleaning cloths. I have one for glass, one with an oily rag. And then in these are just some basic 1911, 2011 tools. I have a fiber optic repair kit for those fiber optic sites. And then this is just a small screwdriver with some bits. And then way over here, I have a 1911 bushing wrench, just Velcroed in the lid as well. The cleaning, already talked about. This pouch here is a small tool pouch. And I have a punch, take apart Glocks. I have a nut driver for some of my gear that I use in competition. A Leatherman mutt, some wrenches, some bit keys, sight tools, AR tools, just kind of small miscellaneous tools that I might find handy on the range. So this is one tool bag that I keep with me. This pouch here is my cleaning kit, and it's just a down and dirty quick field cleaning kit, nothing too extravagant. I basically have a bunch of different sized bore snakes, different calibers that I might have. A rag, behind there is a toothbrush and some cylinder brushes. I have some patches in here that I use as rags, some swabs, a chamber kit for the AR, as well as the handle and rod in here. It's a flexible rod. And then I do have a GI cleaning rod. I really don't recommend using this. It's not good. This is just kind of for an emergency. So I keep that in there just in case. So that is my field cleaning kit. And that kind of complements well with the cleaner and the lube, stuff like that. This pouch here has a small boo-boo kit. Just has some Band-Aids, alcohol wipes, some ointments, whatever. Just a really, really minor first aid kit, kind of more of a comfort item, so I'm not really worried about trauma dressing or anything like that. I have that on my main belt, just something, a comfort kit. Batteries, I always keep a lot of batteries for flashlights, for sights. I swear every class I go to, almost every class I go to, I have to hand out some of the N-size batteries for those of the guys with EOTechs, because it seems like they chew through batteries on that older type. So I keep a lot of those. I usually have a couple of watch batteries for scopes with illuminated reticles or the aim-point micros. So it's just a small battery kit, and then maybe every now and again there's some other stuff that rotates kind of in and out, small items. This last modular pouch here has my shot timer, has my range keys, has a whistle. Sometimes I'll throw my personal stuff in here that I take out of my pocket so I just know where it is. So it's kind of a catch-all, nothing too fancy. Now as far as the main compartment, we'll actually start from the front. And this area here is usually pretty open because I like to use these pistol cases. So in basically every pistol I own I have a case for, and I'll store the magazines in that case, and then I'll store the pistol in my safe. So let's say I'm going to shoot my Glock, I'll grab the Glock and I'll already have that gun's case with the magazines in it, and I just put the gun in the case, and now I can put this inside the range bag. And I can get up to 4 pistols in here, no problem, if I don't have some of the other stuff. But I really like having this modular system because then I'm not looking through a big box of magazines or whatever. I already know this gun goes there, and I just use like a label I'll write on here, whatever it might be for that situation. Moving, actually, at the very bottom, I have a mag brush. I keep that in there for my competition gun. They are a little bit more finicky. Sometimes you have to keep those mags a little cleaner. This next pouch, or opening, I can again use that for more pistols, but it just so happens right now I'm shooting a weekly league, so I have my pistol belt and holster, and I really like the Safariland system, so I can quick detach the holster so it's not quite as bulky. So I just kind of keep that in this next compartment. Keep going back, container of ammunition, and again, if you were shooting different pistols, you could easily fit 2, if not 3, in various spots. Eye protection, a rangefinder, it's always nice to have. I'll save this one for just a second. All the way at the end is ear protection. I do have my electronic ear protection, and then I also have a couple sets of plugs too. Sometimes I'll double up, otherwise sometimes it's just nice to have a backup. So I have tons of ear protection there, and then I usually have some disposable earplugs hiding at the bottom too. This pouch that I skipped over, this isn't necessarily something that everybody needs, but when I teach classes in particular or go to law enforcement training, I am usually the fixer. So if something goes wrong, they ask me to fix it. So this is another toolkit. And what I have in here is a small torch. Sometimes this is handy for high heat thread locker. I have some other tools that are handy for various scope mounts, stuff like that. Hex bit driver, another one that I could use for breaking really tight fasteners, little torque wrench, all sorts of different bits, different sizes, metric, Torx, hex, all sorts of different things in there. And then way over here is I try to keep a variety of thread lockers, everything from blue to red and the gel. So just kind of another little tool, or what I like to call this is my fastener kit. I can basically work with whatever kind of fastener I might need to. So moving over, these ones are empty, but basically if I needed to, I can throw miscellaneous stuff in there. I can throw another set of ears. If my wife or a shooting partner's coming with, I can throw some other stuff in there. At the bottom, you'll find miscellaneous loose stuff, chamber flag, I think it's down at the bottom there, and some other ammo. In this other pouch, I have a full-size rag. Sometimes it's handy just to have a rag. And then this one is just kind of a catch-all. This is kind of my junk drawer of the range bag. I have one of these Glock tools for whatever reason. I keep a centrifuge tube with some coins, and it doesn't fail that you're gonna be at a range that has a vending machine and you're gonna need a candy bar for a pick-me-up or a soda, and it's always just nice to have some coins handy just in case you need that little snack or drink or whatever. So I always keep coins in there. Lens pen. Oh, let's see what else is in here.
So is this how you pack to go to a class?
Class or just kind of general. This is stuff that really resides in there. Some markers, some blue tape. I use that for training. Some more hex bits, which kind of landed at the bottom there. They kind of go along with that hex key up there. These Mag Lula loader. They come in really handy if you're at a class, so you save your thumbs if you're loading a bunch of AR mags. And then inevitably I always have these dust covers from PMags that kind of flow in there. And then other things that'll kind of rotate in and out is just depending on the need. So if I'm going to a class, I might throw a set of knee pads in here, a set of gloves, maybe a ball cap or a raincoat. You know, it just kind of depends on what the need is. But this isn't the only thing. Now, when I go to the range, we have nothing at the outdoor pit that we use. So I have a separate box that has staplers, that has stakes, that has pasters, that has all the target supplies in a separate kit. So that kit contains nothing but target stuff. So some guys will keep pasters or a stapler in their range bag. Certainly not a bad idea. I just have that in a different kit. Other stuff that you might find handy, you may want to keep some energy bars, a beverage or whatever, and you certainly can do that. Other people, like to keep different stuff. So again, if you have stuff that you find handy, feel free to leave that in the comments below. But I get questions every now and again about what should I pack in my range bag, and I'll give you a little bit of a warning. The bigger range bag you get, the more stuff you're going to pack. And for me, I could have gotten a bigger case, but the reality is this is about as big as I wanted to go because I can still haul it in and out. I can carry a few pistols or I can supplement a rifle bag pretty well. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope it answers some of the questions, the common questions that we get, either from students at classes or that we've gotten Facebook messages, emails, whatever. And feel free to be modular. That's the cool thing with a range bag, whether you use a system like this or a traditional bag, is that you can swap stuff as you need. Don't be afraid to put other personal stuff in there. Usually we're not in the right season for sun and bugs, but bug spray, sunscreen, whatever it might be, personal items, don't be afraid to bring that stuff too. So that'll about do it for this video. Kind of an informal, just kind of a walkthrough of a range bag. Hope you found it helpful. If you like what you have seen, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you check out our other videos on the channel as well. And whenever you shoot, make sure you shoot safe. Thanks for watching, guys.